What really happened to Ann-Margret? Ann-Margret was born Ann-Margret Olsson on April 28, 1941, in Stockholm, Sweden, the daughter of Anna Regina and Carl Gustav Olsson. Ann-Margret and her mother joined her father in the United States in November 1946, and her father took her to Radio City Music Hall on the day they arrived. They settled in Wilmette, Illinois, outside of Chicago. She became a naturalized American citizen in 1949. Ann-Margret took her first dance lessons at the Marjorie Young School of Dance, showing natural ability from the start, easily mimicking all the steps. Her parents were supportive, and her mother made all of her costumes by hand. In 1959, she enrolled at Northwestern University in nearby Evanston, Illinois, and she was a member of the sorority Kappa Alpha Theta. She did not graduate. Ann-Margret has no children, but she was stepmother to the 3 children of husband Roger Smith, an actor who later became her manager. She and Smith were married from May 8, 1967, until his death on June 4, 2017. Prior to this, she dated Eddie Fisher and was romantically linked to Elvis Presley during the filming of Viva Las Vegas in 1964. A keen motorcyclist, Ann-Margret rode a 500cc Triumph T100C Tiger in the Swinger and used the same model, fitted with a non-standard electric starter, in her stage show and her TV specials. She was featured in Triumph Motorcycles official advertisements in the 1960s. She suffered 3 broken ribs and a fractured shoulder when she was thrown off a motorcycle in rural Minnesota in 2000. What you strive for in the present is the outcome for the future, and in terms of hardship, sweaty effort, and determination is what she does in silence. In 1961, she filmed a screen test at 20th Century Fox and was signed to a 7-year contract. Ann-Margret made her film debut in Alone Out to United Artists in Pocketful of Miracles, with Bette Davis. It was a remake of the 1933 movie Lady for a Day. Both versions were directed by Frank Capra. Then came a 1962 remake of Rodgers and Hammerstein's musical State Fair, playing the bad girl role of Emily opposite Bobby Darin and Pat Boone. She had tested for the part of Margie, the good girl, but seemed too seductive to the studio bosses, who decided on the switch. The 2 roles represented 2 sides of her real-life personality, shy and reserved off stage, but wildly exuberant and sensuous on stage. In her autobiography, the actress wrote that she changed from Little Miss Lollipop to Sexpot Banshee once the music began. Her next starring role, as the all-American teenager Kim from Sweet Apple, Ohio, in Bye Bye Birdie, made her a major star. The premiere at Radio City Music Hall, 16 years after her first visit to the famed theater, was the highest first-week grossing film to date at the music hall. Ann-Margret began recording for RCA Victor in 1961. Her first RCA Victor recording was Lost Love. Her debut album, And Here She Is, Ann-Margret, was recorded in Hollywood, arranged and conducted by Marty Peich. Later albums were produced in Nashville with Chet Atkins on guitar, the Jordanaires, and the Anita Kerr Singers, with liner notes by mentor George Burns. She had a sexy, throaty contralto singing voice, and RCA Victor attempted to capitalize on the female Elvis comparison by having her record a version of Heartbreak Hotel and other songs stylistically similar to Presley's. She scored the minor success I Just Don't Understand, which entered the Billboard Top 40 in the 3rd week of August 1961 and stayed 6 weeks, peaking at number 17. Her only charting album was The Beauty and the Beard, on which she was accompanied by trumpeter Al Hirt. Ann-Margret appeared on the Jack Benny program in 1961. She also sang at the Academy Awards presentation in 1962, singing the Oscar-nominated song theme from Bachelor in Paradise. Her contract with RCA Victor ended in 1966. In 1963, Ann-Margret guest starred in a popular episode of the animated TV series The Flintstones, voicing Ann-Margret, an animated version of herself. She sang the ballad The Littlest Lamb as a lullaby and the rocking song, Ain't Gonna Be a Fool. Decades later, she recorded the theme song, a modified version of the Viva Las Vegas theme, to the live-action film The Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas, in character as Ann-Margret. In 1964 she recorded 3 duets with Presley for the film, The Lady Loves Me, You're the Boss, and Today, Tomorrow, and Forever. Only The Lady Loves Me made it into the final film and none of them were commercially released until years after Presley's death, due to concerns by Colonel Tom Parker that Ann-Margret's presence threatened to overshadow Elvis. Ann-Margret starred in The Cincinnati Kid in 1965 opposite Steve McQueen. She also co-starred along with friend Dean Martin in the spy spoof Murderer's Row. Finally, she starred as the lead in The Swinger in 1966 with Tony Franciosa. During a lull in her film career in July 1967, Ann-Margret gave her first live performance in Las Vegas. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, she had hits on the dance charts, the most successful being 1979's Love Rush, which peaked at number 8 on the disco dance charts. Other notable films she co-starred in during the late 1970s include Joseph Andrews' The Last remake of Beau Geste the horror suspense thriller Magic, with Anthony Hopkins, and she had a cameo role in The Cheap Detective. In 1970, she returned to films with RPM, where she starred in alongside Anthony Quinn, and CC and Company with Joe Namath as a biker and she portraying a fashion journalist. In 1971, she starred in Carnal Knowledge by director Mike Nichols, playing the girlfriend of a neglectful, arguably abusive character played by Jack Nicholson and garnered a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. On the set of The Train Robbers in Durango, Mexico, in June 1972, she told Nancy Anderson of Copley News Service that she had been on the grapefruit diet and had lost almost 20 pounds eating unsweetened citrus. On Sunday, September 10, 1972, while performing at Lake Tahoe, she fell 22 feet from an elevated platform to the stage and suffered injuries including a broken left arm, cheekbone, and jawbone. She required meticulous facial reconstructive surgery that required wiring her mouth shut and putting her on a liquid diet. Unable to work for 10 weeks, she ultimately returned to the stage almost back to normal. For her contributions to the film industry, Ann-Margret received a Motion Pictures Star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1973. Her star is located at 6501 Hollywood Boulevard. In 1973, she starred with John Wayne in The Train Robbers. Then came the musical Tommy in 1975, for which she was again nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress. In addition, she has been nominated for 10 Golden Globe Awards, winning 5, including her Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy for Tommy. In 1982, she appeared alongside Alan Bates, Glenda Jackson, and Julie Christie in the film adaptation of The Return of the Soldier. She also starred in the TV movie Who Will Love My Children, and a remake of A Streetcar Named Desire. These performances collectively won her 2 Golden Globe Awards and 2 Emmy nominations. In 1985's Twice in a Lifetime she portrayed the woman Gene Hackman's character left his wife for. The next year she appeared as the wife of Roy Scheider's character in the crime thriller 52 Pickup. In 1987 she co-starred with Elizabeth Ashley in the NBC 2-part series The Two Mrs. Grenvilles. It earned Ann-Margret another Emmy Award nomination, this time for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Miniseries or a Special. In 2001, working with Art Greenhaw, she recorded the album God is Love, The Gospel Sessions. The album went on to earn a Grammy nomination and a Dove nomination for Best Album of the Year in a Gospel category. Her album Ann-Margret's Christmas Carol Collection, also produced and arranged by Greenhaw, was recorded in 2004. Ann-Margret guest starred in an episode of Law & Order: Special Victims Unit, Bedtime, which first aired on March 31, 2010, on NBC. She received her 6th Emmy nomination for her performance. She also appeared in the Lifetime series, Army Wives, in the episode Guns N' Roses, which originally aired May 9, 2010. On August 29, 2010, she won an Emmy Award for guest performance by an actress for her SVU performance. It was the first Emmy win of her career, and she received a standing ovation from the Emmy venue audience as she approached the stage to receive her award. In fall 2011, she co-starred with Andy Williams for a series of concerts at his Moon River Theater in Branson, Missouri. These proved to be Williams' last performances before his death in 2012. In 2014, she began appearing in a recurring role in the Showtime original series Ray Donovan. On October 1, 2018, it was announced that she had joined the second season of the sci-fi series Happy, in a recurring role. In 2018, she guest-starred in The Kaminsky Method, portraying Diane, a widow and possible love interest for the recently widowed Norman, played by Alan Arkin. What are the highlights of this girl? Please comment for us to discuss.